have Max open now. What we're going to do is we're going to the top corner here, click the symbol, we're going to click import, and then navigate to where we saved our high poly. Double click it. And now in these settings we're going to go import from smoothing groups here, or SM group, and import as edible poly. We're going to change the present to ZBrush, and we'll click import. Okay, we'll get this little error message, do not worry about this, just click close. There's our model here. First we're going to set up the viewport, so we're going to set this to shaded, set it to edged faces, and we're going to turn off the grid. Now we're going to select the Polygon Tool and select all of the model and set a smoothing group to 1. What this does is it gets rid of all those horrible triangles on our model. Going to rename this now and call it high. And now we're going to go to the create panel and create a box. Create it anywhere. And now select the move tool, go to the bottom, and now if you right click these little boxes next to the values, reset it, we want it at 0, 0, 0. And now we're going to convert it to an edible poly. We're going to select the edge tool, select one of the edges, ring it, and connect. Now we're going to select the face tool and select whole one side of it and delete it. Now what we're going to do is put a Symmetry Modifier on this in the Modify panel. Untick Slice Along Mirrors, and move this right back here. Okay, with it selected, we're going to go to the Graphite Tool up here. We're going to go to Edible Poly. Going to go to the Graphite Tool, and we're going to click the Draw On button here. We're going to draw on surface. This is in the freeform panel. We're going to click Pick and select our high poly mesh by clicking. Now it should say high there if it's done right. And now we're going to select our high poly mesh again. Go right button, Object Properties, make it see-through, then right button again, and then free selected. Click our box again. Go to Edible Poly. Go to Polydraw, click StepBuild, and now click on the surface of our high poly using the left mouse button. We got 4 verts here. If we hold shift left click over, it will create a face like this. Click 2 points here, shift, oh, it creates another one, and so on. As you can get in the idea here how it's working. Hold Alt and left click one of the verts, it will delete that edge. So if you make a mistake you can just delete it, or Control Z. We're going to create the faces here, keep going around. Essentially the retopologizing tool inside Max. It's very fast. Now if we put show end results on, we can see our symmetry modifier working here. So what we want to do is we want to move this, so it's easy to move. We can just go right click, get out of StepBuild, and then just go back to Edible Poly, and as you can see I'm resetting these to the 0 point to make them perfectly symmetrical. Now if we right click and unhide our high poly again, it's not lining up to the high poly, so let's pull them up. Just arrange them up the top so that they're sitting on the high poly mesh. Here you can see how StepBuild works. Now you want to do this for the rest of your model. I'm going to show you what to do when you've finished. What you want to do is you want to select a Polygon Tool and delete the box in the background. So there's no box there, but we've got a problem. Our pivot point's all the way back here. So we're going to go to the hierarchy panel, go to Effect Pivot Only, move it into the center here, unclick it, Go to the Utilities panel, Reset X-Form button, Reset selected, then click it again. Now we got it here. What we're going to do is we're going to move it underneath our Symmetry Modifier, right click on it, and then go Collapse to. There you go, that moved that into our edible poly but didn't affect our symmetry. And there, the pivot point's working. Now carry on and finish this model and we'll move on to the next part.